Hi guys, what's going on? I'm Evolos and today we are back with another episode of Ostriv. So, if you can remember from the last episode, we are now midway through harvest season. People are busy collecting all the potatoes. It's September, so we've got to get those potatoes in. We've got some hemp, I believe, being grown here, which we have. 2 fields of wheat and some sunflowers. So one of the fields of sunflowers is in, but there's another 3 fields to go. Quite a bit of, well, the potatoes are pretty much all in, but quite a bit of hemp and wheat still to be collected. Financially, as a sort of town or country, we are completely bankrupt. We have basically no money at all. And that leaves me with the problem of what to do. So we have 13 shoes, which are quite valuable. So we could use them to export there. I think they're worth 35 per time, which is quite good, which would make quite a nice bit of money. So I could try and export them, but to do that I would have to send a messenger to Dahachi, which I think are the people who buy the shoes, and that would cost me 80. So I'm not sure if I can even do that with my current financial situation, or not. But I think we've got to kind of do something, because this is just a worsening situation, and I don't think they're going to visit anytime soon, because they haven't visited for ages. So I think what we're going to do, other than try and send a messenger, but I've not got enough money. Okay, now we really are in trouble. So we could try and sell some more sunflower oil or sunflowers to Murphy. 4 days. Any sunflowers or sunflower oil? What do we have? None of any of that. Okay. Are any of the sunflowers collected? No. Okay. Well, I would officially say we are in trouble. We have goods to export, but I don't have enough money to send a messenger anywhere. Currently none of these sunflowers are in, so I can't export any of them. I'm not selling any of the sunflower oil anymore to try and sort of limit the supplies. Okay, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do about this. I would say this is a problem. Hopefully we'll continue to make shoes, because they're worth so much, but unless we get a visit from Dahachi, and I don't think we've ever had a messenger arrive from Dahachi. They always just seem to come from Murphy or Bablika. I'm not sure what we're going to do. I guess in the meantime, let's have a quick look at our potato stocks. Yeah, we've got lots of potatoes, so let's raise the potato stocks to 30. Clothes are very slowly being made. I'm not sure if they particularly have a worth and can be sold to anyone or not. They might be able to be sold to Dahachi as well. But unless they actually visit our place, we're not going to be able to do anything about that. I guess we're just going to have to see what happens. I don't know if when we run out of money so much, it's suddenly going to stop working. I'm not sure if that's the case or not, but I guess we shall find out in time. So the rest of my housing sort of block has been built. I think all these are occupied. They are, although there's quite a bit of unemployment now at the moment. 55, oh no, not because of the labouring. There's lots of jobs because of all the people needed at the farms. Oh yeah, they're collecting in all the potato harvest. So yeah, I think we're just going to have to wait and see if we get a messenger. If not, I guess we're just going to have to keep running out of money until, I don't know, until we get closed down for bankruptcy maybe. So the people are continuing to collect in the potato stocks. I'd rather they just actually harvested the rest of the stuff rather than collecting all this in. It's like the least important thing really, is just picking up all the potatoes off the field. Although I guess it does mean we've now got an absolute abundance of potatoes. People are still out fishing, which is good. So the stocks are very slowly increasing in there. Waiting shoes. Okay, good. So shoes are still being made. Continue to make shoes. I don't know how many shoes, or how much leather is required to make one set of shoes. We can cancel this person at the slaughterhouse since he's not going to be doing any more. How many cows have we got? Still not really enough. We need to continue to just try and grow our cattle stock a bit more before we can continue to have a good supply of shoes. There's one set of shoes still there, 15 shoes. If we could just sell like those 15 shoes, that'd be like 500 gold or something. and then we'd be sorted. But alas, 'tis not the way. What else have we got to deal with? So they're starting to get the rest. I think all the labourers have now been assigned. God, I don't think I've ever seen so many labourers to one farm. Messenger from Bablica. Oh, the wrong place. Darn. Well, we shall still try and sell them some potatoes. Since that's the only thing I can sell them. Why couldn't have they been from Dahachi? So they send a cart over. It doesn't always seem to work tremendously well when loading. I'm not quite sure why, but it doesn't always seem to be particularly good. So the sunflowers are now starting to be brought in. The rest of the harvest is almost in. Lots of people working in the fields. Their little scythes slicing down all the sunflowers. Let's just watch. I'm kind of interested to see how this cart loads. In the past, it's always been sometimes being a bit intermittent with its loading. So we shall see if it works out well or not. See, is it here yet? No. It's got ages to go. Okay. So, wait for them to continue to come over. I think the people should start to carry in all the sunflowers now, and then I guess they'll all be assigned to this other farm, and we'll get all the wheat and the the hemp in. I guess this one woman has just been harvesting all this on her own by so far. She's actually doing quite a good job. Managed to do one sort of a bit fields, not bad. Let's see how this cart's doing. Oh, it's disappeared. Oh, it's here. So what I really want them to do is to fully load up. To sell them all these. See, it's gone already, and yet it hasn't actually taken anything. That's just what I don't really understand. Unless this guy's supposed to be collecting all the potatoes. He's loading a few potatoes on, but he loads them on 0.1 at a time, so it means it takes him ages, I guess. Well, we should just sell as many potatoes as we can, I guess. We've managed to export 4. And we'll deal with another 10, see if we can get them to send another wagon over. Loaded up as quickly as possible, I guess. We need to try and at least try and stop us getting any more negative, even if it doesn't get any more positive. Yeah, if we could get to plus 60, well, I mean that would be amazing. Then I would immediately try and send a messenger to Dahachi to try and get them to come and buy some of my shoes. I don't think she can work with 0.5 leather. I don't think it's enough. So I think 17 shoes is the maximum we are going to get. That wagon's still being loaded. We're now 36. I think the other wagon, this must be the secondary wagon turning up now. I don't know if that's going to push this wagon out of the way or it's going to get in a queue to join the potato collection. Yeah, strange. Well, we shall see. I'm curious now if this thing's going to queue or it's going to push that out of the way. Yeah, it's going to push that out of the way. Okay, maybe we shouldn't have assigned that other one quite so soon. How long have we got before that messenger leaves? Doesn't say. So now that one's being loaded. So I guess you're supposed to do it a bit more separately than what I've been doing it. Still, I don't think we're going to get to plus 60, which is a bit of a shame. I guess we'll see. Let's just... Oh, the messenger's left now already. I can no longer trade with them. Okay, well, we managed to sell them a little bit. We got back to almost neutral. And the harvest is being very rapidly collected by the sort of massive abundance of labourers. Which is good. Nice to see things coming in. I guess we'll have to decide what we're going to do for our harvests over the next few years. These fields are all now really depleted. I think we've probably got absolutely loads of hemp to make clothes with, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. Oh, plus 16. Come on. What have we got now? Three more potatoes is just not going to be enough to get me to what I need to send a messenger to Dahachi. Which is unfortunate. Oh, my bridge is finished. Excellent. I wondered if this was going to be able to build properly. Oh, that's wonderful. I am pleased with that. So we can have a look at building a few houses on the other side of the island. A little bit uneven terrain. I kind of want to build them without blocking up sort of the central path too much. So where's that bridge end start? So I'll push him far as down as I can. We'll build him there. So that will be our first house on the other side of the river. Which is good. I'm pleased with that. Give the workers something to do as well. It's now December, so we only just got that harvest in time, really. I think once it's cut, they continue to collect the loose materials off the ground, and that's not really a problem. So I'm pleased with that. We got up to plus 36, still nowhere near enough, but it's better than nothing. So over the winter, let's fire all the fishermen. There's no sense in having them just sort of loitering around. I think we're going to have to look to construct more houses since we're going to have a bit of a shortage of jobs. I'm not sure what else I could construct. I don't think there's a lot else that really needs to be constructed. I've got the car park there. Anything else that we really need? No, not really. I guess we could build like more cow sheds and stuff, start spreading them around, trying to get them to breed all the more. If we have just lots of them dotted around, then I guess it's kind of makes it easier to deal with. I think these people are supposed to be. I think we'll hire one more person for this trading post. I think they're supposed to be collecting the resources. They don't seem to be doing a particularly good job of it. I was also going to check if these carts are all still available. Pretty well. I think I might build. Well, not really room, is there? I could try and build a cart post somewhere just outside of this. Let's have a look. Cart parking. Yeah, immediately outside of the trading post would probably be a good spot to put one. So we'll assign 4 carts there. It'll give something for the carpenter to do. He can now start work on building all those carts. He's got the wood in his place already, which is good. And then hopefully that will speed up the collection of goods for the trading post. We've got plenty of people producing textiles. Well, they still don't really seem to ever produce very much. That's the problem. It seems to get taken straight up into the clothing industry almost immediately, even with 3 people working in the textile shop, which is a bit strange. Our house is underway on the other side of the island. I really wish I could just get rid of this failed construction project. It's just now completely stuck. But there we go. At least we've managed to get one bridge up successfully. I didn't know if that was going to build or bug out like the other one, but it seems to have gone up okay, which is great. Our money is slowly beginning to dwindle down again, which is a pain. There's just really not a lot I can do about that though. Well, a lot of the sunflower harvest is now in, so I'm guessing somewhere in the oil workshop, yeah, the man is busy working away, making more oil. But these workers really need to collect things with these resources quicker. Yeah, because they're still collecting clothes and things like one at a time. We've got potatoes to collect, shoes to collect, and other resources. Hopefully we'll get. I just really wish. Come on, Dahachi, come and visit us. I could do with the ability to take out a loan. That would be helpful. I don't suppose I can do that in any way, can I? No, that would be really useful if I could take out a loan. That would enable me to do quite a lot. What's our unemployment rate? There's a few people looking for jobs, but not too many. We're not doing too badly. I guess we could look at seeing what else we could build. What else have we got that we could build? We'll build another cow shed, as I was saying. So yeah, let's probably do that. We'll stick one. Well, should we stick one sort of a bit further inland so it's got a bit more room? Or is that just too far out of the way to be useful? Not sure if this is a good idea or not. We could build one right on the edge, right down here. And then we'll have to, well, once it's built, we'll have to assign it a field somewhere. So that's going to take up a little bit of room there. Our little village is, well, not very little village anymore. Our large village slash town is actually starting to look pretty good. Nice to see the sort of the army of people milling around. And they're not all around the centre as well. They actually sort of have to go back to the homes, go to the wells, collect food from the market stalls. So there's actually quite a lot of activity all over, which is pretty cool. So the first house is finished, and the family is on the way to move in. Where's their nearest market stall? Over there. Yeah, not too bad. They can deal with that. I'm not building them a closer one quite yet. Although we could build a little market stall on the edge of this side of the bridge, if we wanted to. What's our population now? 131. I'm still not at the 150 that I was dreaming of getting to very quickly in about 2 or 3 episodes ago. I thought I could get there. So it obviously takes a lot longer than I was planning on to get so far. The forest is very slowly being cut down. Still kind of limited progress though. And we're slowly starting to gather the resources we need in the trading post. Sunflower oil is being gathered, but I think it's not being gathered quick enough really. So we'll employ the final person as a worker there. My wage costs are already ridiculously high, so what does it matter to have another one? Lots of potatoes still to collect anyway, so there's obviously a lot of work shifting and carrying to be done. We could also look at extending our housing stock down this side of the village. We might as well do a new line down here. Try and get these ones perhaps a little bit more square. No, don't connect. Ah, press hold Alt to disable snapping. Well, I want to snap one side, just not the other. So, another house there. Place is occupied. Oh, I need to back off slightly to give room for a road. Like that. And then we've probably got room for one more little house down there. Okay, so that's given quite a good few houses to be built. That should give employment for a while. And that will probably take us up to 150, although I don't think we'll get them all built this episode. We've still got the rest of the cowshed to be built. I'm surprised we've not completely run out of money yet. I was kind of expecting to. Looks like we're currently hanging around about neutral so far. Family out of money. Okay. Well, the mother's unemployed. Although the father's a labourer. So actually at least gives him something to do. There's really not a lot I can do for them. They'll just have to be out of money. And hopefully they'll sort themselves out. The father's now unemployed as well. Well, there's plenty of open vacancies, so hopefully everyone's got a job to do. I haven't got enough money to start paying the workers like an extra wage or anything, that's for certain. Messenger from Murphy. Well, it's a vague improvement, I suppose. So we can sell them sunflowers and sunflower oil. Well, I'll try and sell them 10 sunflower oil. See if that gets us enough to then get our words. What was I thinking? I want to get enough money from the sunflower oil at Murphy to send a messenger to Dahachi, so then I can try and sell them the shoes that I so desperately need to get rid of. I can also fire the person at the tannery and the shoemakers, since they're really not giving anything useful. The mayor is now still super rich, 260 wealth. Far too rich for his own good. The workers at the forestry are quite busy. They've not got much of a spare abundance of logs at the moment. Even the firewood supplies are looking a little bit down. Everyone keeps collecting the wood, I guess, for all the construction work, so they'll have to be busy trying to chop down more trees. The cart is on its way. We'll see how much sunflower oil he can load up. There's 10 available, so I sold them 10. But I guess by the time they actually get here, more will have been collected from the oil workshop and brought over. Also got a reasonable amount of potatoes, clothes and shoes, etc, etc. So the village house is it the same family? No, a different family. Everyone is starting to run out of money, even though the woman who works in the weaver's workshop works full time. So you think that they would be okay with a full-time job, and the father should only be unemployed if he chooses to be, since there's more than enough construction work to go around at the moment to keep everyone busy. This place still isn't quite finished either. Hopefully we should soon see this cart coming into town. Here it is, yeah, arriving there. I don't know what to do about all these people. The Otto Plyak family. A lot of them are struggling. Although the rest of these seem to be doing okay, to be honest. Well, some of them aren't exactly super wealthy, but most of them are doing okay. It's just the few that seem to end up with unemployment problems. But I guess if they really run out of money, they should just leave the village, and then new people will move straight in because there's more than enough jobs, and people are looking for houses to be available anyway, so it's not really a problem to worry about. This cart has turned up, so we should be selling them sunflower oil, which is good, so our profits are on the way up. Right, that's good. Okay, so we've sold them this 10 sunflower oil. How much have we got left in the stocks? So we could probably sell them another 5 without too much trouble. So let's get that second cart on the way down. So I've got to be careful to not let this money drop below 60 before I send a messenger to Dahachi. But that will probably have to wait for another episode. We are just entering spring, the snows are starting to melt, our construction projects are on the way, new families are moving in, but time is up. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Ostriv. I think our village is starting to look pretty good now. We've got some good numbers here, and it's starting to look pretty good. I'm pleased with it. So if you like the video, please give the video a like. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. I've still not come up with a name for our village. Losville, maybe, I don't know. We could do something more imaginative. So please give the village a like. Give the village a like if you like. And like the video and comment down below. Thanks guys, and I shall see you on the next episode.